Who am I? The Empress, yes. But you've been out of favor for years, yes. Rich and powerful. And I don't even have to serve a man. This is awesome. Although your maternal family's wealth rivals a nation, they are merely lowly merchants. Your family is awesome. And you don't have to look at a man's sour face. Perfect. Heaven have mercy, Her Majesty failed to hang herself. And has finally gone mad. Only then did I notice a white silk cloth scattered on the floor. And a broken wooden stool. Why is the stool broken? The maid looked me up and down. Her face practically said, "Don't you have any idea?" Good lord, the original owner's weight is truly shocking. She actually crushed the stool. Ah, wait. A concubine committing suicide is a huge crime. Quickly take this evidence and burn it. The Emperor has arrived. I snatched up my silk scarf to cover the red marks on my neck and kicked the wooden stool under the bed. The very second the Emperor stepped in and saw me, I barely managed to pick up that white silk cloth. Shu Shueshuan, how dare you? Perhaps it was a stroke of genius. Before he could say the word suicide. Under his stiff gaze, I devoutly hung the white silk cloth around his neck. Tashi Delek. The Emperor's mouth twitched twice. Consort Ing said the Empress attempted to hang herself. Is this true? She's talking nonsense. I was learning Tibetan customs. I believe this action will help promote ethnic unity, enhance friendship between our two peoples, and achieve the prosperity and rejuvenation of our nation. I dare to swear to the heavens. I witnessed Her Majesty hanging herself right at the door. If there is any falsehood, may lightning strike me down. I think you're a dog, lifting the door curtain, relying entirely on your mouth. The palace gate is so far from here. It's not impossible that you mistook me for Louis Fei. Could you clearly see if I was dancing or hanging myself? Besides, I eat well and sleep soundly. And I have money, why would I hang myself? Am I sick in the head? Is there a Louis Fei in the palace? If the Empress truly did not hang herself, why cover your neck so tightly? Do you dare to take off your scarf and let the Emperor see? That won't do. Your Majesty, I absolutely did not see it wrong. Her Majesty is resisting so much. There must be a hidden secret. The doubt in the Emperor's eyes deepened. Empress, take off your silk scarf. There really are red marks. How will you explain yourself now? In front of so many people. It's not appropriate to say. I told you to speak, so speak, all right. Your Majesty hasn't visited me for a long time. I heard this gives a different kind of sensation. So I experimented on myself to test it out for Your Majesty. The Emperor's hand gripping mine stiffened slightly, his mouth hung open in shock. Consort Ying's eyes widened. Her face flushed red. All the palace servants in the room lowered their heads, pretending they heard nothing. In the silence of the century, I shyly added, "If you don't believe me, look. The red marks on my neck have finger marks. A white silk cloth couldn't make these. I have been busy with state affairs lately, and indeed neglected the Empress. But don't do this kind of dangerous research anymore. It's so inappropriate, oh. As for Consort Ing for causing a scene due to poor eyesight, Your Majesty, I only did it out of concern for the Empress. Grounded for 3 days. Yes, only 3 days. The bed won't even get warm, and she can go out again. The Empress will eat vegetarian for half a year to cool down. Your Majesty, does breath play really bring you joy? Sigh. Do I look like I'm full of joy? I was so depressed I ate 2 bowls of chilled watermelon. Your Majesty, this is last month's dividend from your family. I'm full of joy now. The smile on my face is hard to hide. I took the thick stack of banknotes, spat on my fingers and started counting. I counted for ages but couldn't finish. Xiaowing stood on the side, looking like she hated the rich. I glanced at her, looking down on merchants. Merchants are the lowest class. I pulled out a 50-tael banknote, put it in her palm. Say it again. Merchants are forever top tier. I snatched the banknote back. Well said. I haven't finished counting. Xiaowing handed over an empty box with a sour face. What for? To put the banknotes in. In the past, every month when you received your dividends, didn't you take more than half to pay respects to the Empress Dowager? Hurry up. It's almost past the time to massage the Empress Dowager's feet. Not only do I eagerly rush to give her money, I also have to massage her feet every day. I love the Empress Dowager so much. Then she must definitely be my only salvation. In this cold harem. Xiao Ying's lips trembled. I immediately ran non-stop to the Empress Dowager's palace. To continue experiencing the warmth of being loved. The Empress Dowager was lying on the chaise longue. Hearing the noise, she lifted her eyelids. I almost cried out loud. What a kind-looking old granny. Why haven't you rolled over here to massage my feet? Damn, what an old two-faced white lotus. I can't figure out why the original owner tried to please her. Excuse me. I walked into the wrong palace. Zhu Yuruan, you were the one who shamelessly begged. Begging to show your filial piety to me. It's one thing that you came late today. You want to leave without doing any work. What do you think you're doing? What an absolute joke. I couldn't hold back my laughter. A crow feeds its parents because it was once fed. Children are filial because the elders are virtuous. May I ask if you are? Back then the emperor was beaten to a pulp and emptied the national treasury. He was the one who begged me to be his second empress. Cartloads of my dowry filled the treasury, so he wouldn't lose his throne. I am the benefactor of your family. I should have the most authority in the palace. Why should I slave away for you? Zhu Yuruan, you. Your family is nothing but the lowest of merchants. My son granting you the title of empress is already a massive blessing for you. And yet you don't know how to be grateful, speaking such arrogant words. The emperor made me the empress, but never gave me the respect of an empress. For these 3 years I've been utterly neglected, humbly trying to please everyone. But all I got in return were cold stares and contempt. Do you want this kind of blessing? You are as ugly as sin, with neither talent nor virtue. My son has already been infinitely patient with you, and you are still not satisfied. The late empress died of illness. Obviously, she was cursed to death by your son's high cheekbones. He's a widower. He's just a freeloading scrub living off his wife. I should be satisfied. What am I? Some kind of masochist? Insolent you empress. Stop disrespecting the Empress Dowager. Hurry up and drop off this month's tribute and leave. First, my Zhu family is a benefactor to the royal family. There's only the rule of royals repaying debts, not the Zhu family kissing ass. If the royal family can't swallow their pride, I can just divorce the emperor and take my dowry back home. You can also forget about the Zhu family's annual tributes. Second, I am not playing tyrant. I just want fairness and reason. This empress title, since our Zhu family paid good money for it, it has to be worth the price. The respect I deserve must be given. The status I earned must be granted. If you can't do that, refer to point number 1. Third, what the hell are you? To dare order me around like that. I strode out of the palace doors, feeling like I had vented a little of the original owner's anger. You openly clashed with the Empress Dowager and the Emperor. What if the Emperor sends troops to raid the Zhu family? What are we gonna do? You think he doesn't want to? He would have raided us long ago if he could. I've already touched base with my dad. The Zhu family's power is spread across the nation, deeply rooted and intertwined. If he dares to lay a single finger on us, this empire could change hands in a minute. Xiao Ying glanced at me, and glanced at me again. Spit it out if you have something to say. For these past 3 years you compromised for peace, living a life worse than a dog. If I knew hanging yourself could make you this badass, I should have strung you up way sooner. Gee, thanks. The story of my epic battle with the evil mother-in-law spread through the entire harem in a flash. When the emperor found out, he was absolutely furious. So furious that the edict punishing me to eat vegetarian for half a year was totally revoked. Furthermore, for my palace's private kitchen, he hired chefs from the 8 great culinary traditions today. He probably wants to feed me to death. Forget about all that. The terrifying part is a eunuch came with a message, saying he wants to sleep at my place tonight. I immediately refused. Auntie Flo is visiting. It's inconvenient, the emperor understood. He didn't come that night. He actually sent someone to carry my auntie here. One look and you can tell my aunt and I are family. We both have faces full of fortune. Your favorite beggar's chicken. Your mom hurriedly made it with her own hands. This is the first time you've summoned your maiden family since getting married. Your parents were so jealous of me. From the capital to the palace is an hour's journey. The autumn wind is chilly, but the beggar's chicken was still warm when I ate it. The original owner was spoiled by her family growing up, but was bullied by everyone after entering the palace. She didn't even dare to see her family. My throat felt a little tight. Do you have enough money to spend? My aunt said as she started taking off her gold hair ornaments. I brought plenty for you. Just worried you won't have enough to spend. Xiao Ying and I were dumbfounded. That's enough, auntie, really enough. You've been a precious princess since childhood. So frail and delicate. You've never suffered any hardships. I see you've lost so much weight. I looked down at my chubby figure. This is already considered skinny. If you can handle this empress job, then do it. If not, just fire the emperor. Come back to the Zhu family and let us pamper you. Ah. Fire the emperor. It seems the harsh words I said to the Empress Dowager weren't even considered harsh at all. Despite my reluctance, I didn't let my aunt stay long. After all, the harem is not a clean place. After my aunt left, the emperor came over for a follow-up visit. I made an exception to let your maiden family visit you. Do you feel comforted? SOSO. The emperor's mouth stiffened, but he held it in. I heard your aunt is almost 30 and hasn't married yet. I intend to arrange a marriage for her. I drafted a few suitable ministers for you to look at. Are you trying to murder my aunt? My aunt is the third in command of the Zhu family, managing thousands of shops. She has money. She has looks. She doesn't even have time to count her money every day. And you want her to marry an old man and serve him, and even help him raise his kids. What kind of toxic trend is this? Are you forcing people to do charity? You don't actually think that no matter who she marries, as long as she gets married off, is the greatest blessing of a woman's life. The emperor was so angry his nostrils were flaring. He held it in for ages and squeezed out a sentence. Aren't you afraid of people gossiping about your aunt? Calling her leftover goods who can't get married. My aunt isn't getting married because she doesn't want to get married. If others want to gossip, that's their problem. Other people being toxic, what does it have to do with my aunt? If pork prices go up by 50 cents, they'll shut up. What are you doing? I am going to bed. I know what he's trying to do. He just wants the Zhu family to think he dotes on me, so he can pacify the Zhu family. Go sleep with your consorting. I am going to sleep right here. You are the Empress. You have the duty to serve me in bed. Serve you in bed, huh? Duty, huh? I reached out and gave him a gentle push. The emperor was forced backward onto the bed. I kicked off my pearl-embroidered shoes, pounced onto the bed, and straddled him. I'll let you try all you want. Finally, my back is broken. The emperor and empress going at it too fiercely, causing the emperor's back to snap. The rumor spread like wildfire, rapidly spreading through the entire harem. Everyone was giggling when talking about this. Only consort Ing wasn't giggling. I heard she got so mad she broke out in several pimples. After hearing this, I felt fantastic, and scarfed down 2 extra bowls of rice that night. The next day, I originally planned to get my beauty sleep until the afternoon, but before dawn had even broken, Xiaowing woke me up with a slap. My eyes widened like brass bells, ready to start swearing. Your Majesty, they are here. And your Aunt Flo actually arrived. The concubines are all waiting outside, just waiting to pay their respects to you. In the past, every single one claimed to be sick and didn't come, never taking you seriously. Now look at them, knowing the emperor dotes on you. They are all rushing to kiss your ass. What time is it now? 5 a.m. I was in a rush to go back to sleep, so I got straight to the point. From today onwards, the morning greeting system is cancelled. If you guys are bored, harem infighting is fine. Just don't kill anyone. Fighting for favor is fine, but don't turn it into a toxic rat race. If there are events, make sure to invite me, but I might not go. If you have difficulties, make sure to tell me, but I might not help. Solve small problems yourselves. Try your best to solve big problems yourselves too. Alright, that's all for today. I yawned and turned around to leave. Behind me came Consort Ying's questioning voice. Does Her Majesty mean to be a completely hands-off boss? You have low EQ. But you could say that. But if a group of dragons lacks a leader, wouldn't the harem turn into a chaotic mess? What is your name? I am Consort Liang. I appoint you as the class monitor. Which of you likes to snitch the most on a daily basis? The concubine's eyes unanimously turned to another girl. You will be the disciplinary committee. Member whoever does something bad, report them to the class monitor. Very quickly, based on the concubine's specialties, I respectively appointed a PE representative and an arts representative, and a study representative. From now on, everyone will perform their own duties, and supervise each other. Those who do well keep doing it. Those who don't will be removed. For us to meet in this palace from all corners of the world is destiny. Having to share one man in this lifetime means we are all in the same boat of misery. May everyone build a beautiful harem together and create a harmonious dynasty. Today's speech is pretty much over, Empress. This concubine over here, raise your hand before speaking. You can only speak when I allow you to. You may speak. I am also a senior in the palace. Why can't I be a class officer? Then I shall appoint you as the little hygiene committee member. Then what kind of rights does a hygiene committee member have? What do I manage? The hygiene committee member is in charge of all the garbage and supervises the cleanliness of the latrines every day. Ha ha ha, Consort Ying's face turned blue then red. Red then black. She angrily curtsied and ran out, most likely going to complain to the emperor. As expected, just as I woke up from my morning nap, I heard the Empress bullied consorting. I wasn't in a hurry to answer. I poured a cup of warm barley tea and pushed it to him. Getting up so early to attend the morning assembly and reading memorials after the assembly. It must be quite tiring. Is your back feeling better? The emperor didn't expect this reaction from me. Looking a bit flattered, his interrogative expression faded by more than half. I gave a look. Xiao Ying presented 2 dishes of preserved fruits. I handed him the silver skewer. Your favorite preserved apricots and red beans. He looked at the preserved fruits, gulped, and looked at me. The Empress has learned to use soft tactics now. She is a simple person. She doesn't hold grudges if you make her unhappy. Just apologize and comfort her and it will pass. I suppose I should apologize. Not to her, but to you. She is a harem concubine, and I am the Empress of the Central Palace. I should fulfill my duty of discipline. Your Majesty is busy with state affairs every day, yet she doesn't know how to be considerate and sensible. Always making a fuss over trivial things, and using your Majesty as her weapon. It's truly inappropriate. The Emperor's face stiffened. The corners of his mouth slowly dropped. I didn't say much, just enough to make a point. I took a hot towel and wiped my hands. Dinner is already served. Would your Majesty like to make do and eat a little? The Emperor managed to force a small smile, hesitating slightly. It's my lack of consideration. Your Majesty should go to Consort Ying's place instead. Otherwise, she might throw a tantrum again. I am the son of heaven. Do I really need to live by looking at her sour face? He tossed his robe and sat down by the table, picked up a piece of meat and was about to put it in his mouth. The meat is raw. He was a bit embarrassed. I took the meat and swished it in the boiling copper pot, dipped it in sauce and put it in his bowl. This is called Haidaleo. No need to guess, Consort Ying definitely had no appetite for dinner that night. I provoked her on purpose, just to lure her into acting up. The person who strangled the original owner, the murderer, I haven't found yet. But Consort Ying is definitely not the mastermind. She's an accomplice. To avenge the original owner, and to eliminate future hidden dangers. I have to deal with her. Consort Liang came to report to me, saying a new batch of peonies arrived in the palace. The arts representative organized a flower viewing party, and sincerely invited me to attend. I don't have much interest in peonies, but I am quite interested in whether Consort Ying will take this chance to set a trap, to create an opportunity for her. I went there making a grand entrance. After enjoying the music and tasting the tea, everyone strolled to the corridor. Consort Ying, who was only slightly nervous looking at the koi, became even more nervous, afraid that others wouldn't notice she was up to something. I sighed in my heart, pushing someone into the pond to feed the fish again. Can this harem infighting be a little more innovative, to make it easier for her to act? I even deliberately squeezed to the edge of the railing. On the surface, I was admiring the koi fish. In reality, I was calculating the angle for my upcoming dive. Exposing my back, I waited and waited. Just when I was getting impatient from waiting, I don't know which concubine stepped on which concubine's platform shoes. Everyone started stumbling around, pushing and shoving, amidst the shouting and screaming. A pair of hands finally landed on my back. One push didn't move me. At that moment, I was sweating buckets. Damn it. I shouldn't have eaten that last plate of meat at Haidaleo last night. I felt the hands on my back trembling, making a second attempt. This time my center of gravity finally gave way. In Consort, what are you doing? No way she wouldn't be stupid enough to do it herself, right? This kind of plot wouldn't survive past episode 3 in a TV drama. Only having murderous intent, without causing serious consequences. I'm afraid the Emperor wouldn't bear to punish her severely. How dare you? Oh no, Her Majesty fell into the water. Quick, go find the guards. At least 8 of them. What? Someone save me. Someone save me. After crying out 3 or 4 times, I realized I wasn't at risk of choking on water at all. Looking down, thanks to my delightfully plump figure, I was floating perfectly in the middle of the water, like a giant life-saving buoy. The guards dragged me ashore, every single one of them exhausted. That was close, I almost drowned. Tell us, what was your intention in pushing Her Majesty into the water? I didn't push her. You didn't push her. Did Her Majesty just jump in by herself then? The emperor arrived faster than I imagined. The disciplinary committee reported the whole incident to him. Besides her consort Liang and the others, all saw consort Ing push me. The emperor's face grew heavy. Consort Ing. What is going on? It wasn't me, I couldn't even move her. Xiaoying. Last time you slandered me for hanging myself and I let it go. Why did you actually take action yourself this time? If you didn't want to be the hygiene committee member, I wouldn't have forced you to do it. You just couldn't swallow this anger. I know the emperor has been running to my place a lot lately, neglecting you. But as a harem concubine, isn't the most important thing having a broad perspective? The emperor spreading his favor equally is his benevolence. You are not the only one in this entire harem. You assassinate whoever you're jealous of. Who do you think you are? Her Majesty's body is healthy. There is no major issue, since the Empress is fine. The Emperor is right. Since I am fine, then let's not punish consort Ing too severely for murdering the Empress. Normally it would be dismemberment by chariots, or death by 1,000 cuts. But these are all a bit too heavy. I think just cutting off her nose and chopping off a leg should be enough. Your Majesty, save me. I didn't do it on purpose. It's them, they are all helping the Empress. The Empress is framing me. They are all jealous of me. They want me dead. Since the Emperor ascended the throne, speaking of doting, he has only ever doted on consort Ing. He would rather believe I bribed everyone than bear to let his precious flower wither. If this had happened in the past, it would surely have been brushed off. But I am not the one who swallows her pride anymore. The original owner's maiden family is my backing. Justice is my confidence. The phoenix crown rests upon my head. If the Emperor wants me to suffer injustice, he should weigh his own capabilities first. The Emperor avoided making eye contact with me. There are still suspicious points regarding this matter. It still requires careful investigation. It is too early to decide on the punishment now. Indeed, it is too early to decide on the punishment. Just now she didn't just falsely accuse me, but also slandered the harem concubines, adding crime upon crime. Even death cannot wipe out her crimes. Just now when she pushed me, you didn't see it, but you heard these words with your own ears. There shouldn't be any suspicious points anymore, right? An edict from the Empress Dowager. The Empress Dowager's edict was concise and clear. Consort Ing attempted to murder the mother of the nation, to be executed on a chosen date. This edict was like a slap in the face, slapping the Emperor out of his lovesick mind. When the guards came to drag Consort Ing away, the Emperor stood there without saying a single word. Consort Ing cried, begged, kicked, and screamed, completely breaking down. Just at the moment she was about to be completely dragged away. I am pregnant with the royal heir. Who dares to touch me? Consort Ing was demoted to first attendant. Other than that, her treatment basically remained the same, saying it was for the sake of the royal heir. But anyone with eyes could see. The Emperor still had feelings for her, and for 10 consecutive nights. She used pregnancy discomfort as an excuse to have the Emperor come keep her company. I didn't feel anything about this. Your Majesty fell into the water and suffered such great injustice. And the Emperor didn't even come to take a single look. That bitch just made up a few lies. And the Emperor's heart aches for her so much. Why would I need him to come see me? He's not a doctor. He is just a man whose lower half is more developed than his brain. Whoever makes him comfortable, he will just dote on them. Your Majesty, First Attendant Ing is relying on his favor to be so arrogant. Aren't you worried at all? I already thought of a plan long ago. Want to hear it? I want to hear it. To unlock the full exciting content, you just need to peel another plate of shrimp meat. MHM. 3 days later I had the arts representative organize a mid-autumn banquet. I specifically arranged First Attendant Ying's seat next to the Emperor. Regarding this arrangement, First Attendant Ing was very smug. The Emperor was very pleased. And I was looking forward to it. After a few rounds of drinks, the atmosphere grew tipsy. A burst of clear instrumental music, touching and pleasing to the ear. The palace doors suddenly opened wide. 3 beauties walked in. Pick out any single one of them. They are all at the peak of the harem's beauty. When I turned my head to look at the Emperor again, his cheeks were already flushed red. Empress, have we arrived at the Jade Pool Fairyland? I smiled but said nothing. Looking again at First Attendant Ing, she could clearly see the Emperor's loss of composure from up close. Her beautiful face was already twisted. She almost snapped the chopsticks in her hands. That night the Emperor stayed over at the new concubine's palace. First Attendant Ing suddenly felt unwell. She sent her personal maid Xiao Sui to invite the emperor, but ended up getting the door shut in her face for the first time. Xiao Sui then ran to the imperial hospital, but the imperial physicians there were either off work or had been called away for consultations. When she ran outside the gates of Fingy Palace and cried loudly, I had just dozed off. The person outside is disturbing you. Your Majesty, I will go and throw her out right now. Why do you care about her? Did she provoke you? She is First Attendant Ying's maid. First Attendant Ing is displeased with you, so I have to be displeased with her. You are loyally protecting your master. She is also loyally protecting her master. If one day I am also in danger, and you run around everywhere for me, I definitely wouldn't bear to see you get thrown out by others. So don't make things difficult for others either. Then I'll let her in. No need. Take the gold hairpin my aunt gave me last time and give it to her. Tell her to go to the Imperial Hospital and invite Academician Zhang. He is a person of the Zhu family. Only I can invite him. Also don't tell First Attendant Ing that I invited him. If she refuses treatment when the time comes, it will be even more troublesome. Your Majesty. First Attendant Ing repeatedly tried to harm you time and again. Why do you still want to save her? She is bad, but what does that have to do with her child? Hurry up now. First Attendant Ying's pregnancy was already unstable. If I had arrived any later last night, the situation would have been truly bad. I said thank you for your hard work. And I had Xiaoying bring 2,000-year ginsengs for the old man. Before the old man left, he looked at me. Your Majesty, do you really want to save this child? Sigh, if it can be saved, then save it. Do you want to save it just past the new year? Or save it until birth? Only save the child. Or save both mother and child. This humble official can do whatever you choose. Just proceed normally. All right. After being confined to bed, First Attendant Ing suddenly quieted down. I heard that to give the child the best prenatal education. She even recites poetry and paints every day. Her whole aura has become much more gentle. On the day of the frost descent, Xiao Sui came to invite me. Your Majesty, our mistress has recently figured out many things. She feels she owed you a lot in the past. Today she made some tea pastries with her own hands and invites you to the Qingliang Pavilion for a chat. Our mistress made snowskin mung bean cake, golden wind jade dew rolls, tangerine peel, red bean rock sugar steamed cheese, immortal osmanthus dew. Enough. I'll go. Go get me a few takeout boxes. If I can't finish it, I can bring it back. Xiao Ying's speechlessness was written all over her face. The scenery at Qingliang Pavilion is picturesque, but it's secluded and remote. When I saw First Attendant Ing, she was sitting on a stone stool reading a book. I walked up and kindly asked, "What book are you reading?" First Attendant Ing answered with a certain aloofness and arrogance, "Rules for Women." I gave a genuine smile. "It suits you quite well." I really didn't expect Her Majesty to do me the honor today. I wanted to see what kind of medicine you're selling in your gourd. What could I do? I just want to survive, that's all. If you don't harbor the intention to harm others and fight for favor, living to 50 or 60 wouldn't be a problem. If there is no imperial favor, what is the point of growing old in loneliness in this deep palace? I just want to monopolize the favor of the 6 palaces. I just want to make my entire clan proud of me. I just want to make my father see that those stupid sons of his are only fit to carry my shoes. On what grounds? Only his sons and his legal wife can sit at the table to eat. My mother and I only deserve to sit in the kitchen and eat leftovers. Why can his sons wear gold and silver, while I can only wear coarse and old clothes? Why? He always thinks only sons can bring glory to the family, while I am just a money-losing burden. I just love seeing them kneel and pay respects to me, wanting nothing more than to step on their heads. I want to secure my favor. I want to climb up. The higher the better. I want them to beg me, to please me and fear me. I want to take back all the humiliation I suffered. Do you understand this? Of course you don't. You've been the apple of your family's eye since childhood. You have everything. How could you understand my ambition? Ambition is a good thing for a woman. But if for the sake of ambition, you step on innocent people, then that's not okay. You clearly understand the suffering of women the most. Yet you achieve your ambition by persecuting other women. Do you think you are superior? If you want to climb up, your hands are bound to get a little bloody. So you hired someone to strangle me and fake a suicide, just to get one step closer to the Empress seat. Yes. The Emperor dotes on me the most. He told me his true wife in his heart is me. Once you're gone, it would naturally be my turn. You speaking so bluntly today. is because you are absolutely sure I'm done for. I am sorry, Your Majesty the Empress. I have to survive no matter what. Somebody come quickly. Save my child. All of a sudden, many people popped out from the surroundings. Xiaoying brought head physician Zhang and ran straight toward First Attendant Ing, while the three new beauties held onto the emperor and walked out from behind the rockery. The emperor looked at that pool of blood, with his brows tightly furrowed. Your Majesty. Her Majesty the Empress. She pushed me. She killed my child. Did you do this? Yes, I did. And then what beat me to death? I am giving you a chance to defend yourself. Speak properly. Weren't you all standing there listening to the whole thing? Do I still need to explain? Xiao Ying and I have developed quite a bit of tacit understanding. Naturally, I didn't really ask her to get takeout boxes. I asked her to call for backup. She just needed to greet the three beauties. They naturally had their ways to coax the emperor over. Because these three are also people from the Zhu family. First Attendant Ing froze upon hearing this. Her face, which was already pale as paper, now became pale as a ghost. I used to think you were pure, kind, and gentle. I never expected you to have a heart as vicious as a snake. If I had known this earlier, I should have executed you on the spot long ago. Your Majesty, even if you have forgotten our past affection, I am still carrying your child right now. I am the Son of Heaven. Why would I worry about having heirs with a mother devoid of virtue? How good could your child possibly be? Just kill it along with you, to eliminate future troubles. Can the child still be saved? She did drink a bit of abortion medicine. But my words remain the same. If your Majesty wants to save it, I can save it. Save it. All right. You really know how to act. The person who wants me dead right this instant the most is you, right? Even at the very end, you don't forget to play the good person. Mistress, please stop wronging Her Majesty the Empress. A few days ago when you suddenly fell ill, it was Her Majesty who helped. That's how I was able to invite head physician Zhang to protect your pregnancy. Otherwise, the child would have been gone long ago. The Empress Dowager's intention is also to execute both. Why do you insist on keeping the child? Everyone knows its mother is this kind of person. Who would be willing to raise it in the future? I am willing to. It just so happens I don't want to give birth. I'd love to be a mother pain-free. Suit yourself. On the day of the beginning of summer, Xiao Ying boiled a pot of tea eggs. I easily scarfed down two, just as I was about to peel the third one. Her Majesty. Her Majesty First Attendant Ing gave birth to a little princess. Then let's just call her third egg. Has the Emperor come yet? In his eyes, I am already dead. Why would he still come to see me? Not to mention she is a girl. So what if she's a girl? I carefully held third egg, poked her little face. She squinted her eyes and stared at me, as if she was trying to recognize me. I will raise her to be someone great. First Attendant Ing didn't speak for a long time. She lay there heavily, her thoughts falling into some unknown past. I didn't plan to disturb her. Placed third egg beside her, to let her keep company for as long as possible. The biological mother turned and walked 2 steps away. First Attendant Ing let out a sigh behind her. Take her away. I turned my head. She slowly turned her back, as if unwilling to take another look at the child. In the evening I was rocking the cradle and had just coaxed third egg to sleep. A servant came to report that First Attendant Ing had passed away. I recalled my last meeting with her. The last thing she said was take her away. For a long time after that, the harem was peaceful and calm. Probably because they had witnessed the emperor's ruthlessness. Everyone was too lazy to fight for favor. Third egg grew up eating meals from all the different concubines' palaces. Every day before mealtime, each palace would send over their private kitchen's menu. Whichever dish third egg wanted to eat, she would run to that palace to eat. Other mothers only teach their daughters the zither chess calligraphy and painting. Where in the world is there a mother like you? I minded my own business, drinking tea and eating watermelon, not saying a single extra word. Later, when the first prince, who was 2 heads taller, pulled her braid, she gave him a backhand shoulder throw. That night, she returned to the palace in high spirits. Mother signed me up for all the martial arts classes. By age 13, her combat power was maxed out. When an enemy nation came to provoke, the emperor covered his face in speechlessness. Third egg volunteered for battle. Before that warrior could finish his mockery, a blast of torrential pear blossom needles shot him full of holes, making the emperor so thrilled he almost smashed his desk. After returning, she was granted additional titles and rewarded with rare treasures. Third egg squatted among the pile of treasures, picking and choosing. I asked her if she was happy. These things, grandfather has always let me smash them for fun. I truly don't fancy a single one of them. I'll just take them to donate. Distribute them directly to the refugees. Don't let the officials embezzle them. Once the Qixi festival passed, queens and princes from various countries flocked to propose marriage. The betrothal gifts given were one bigger than the other. The emperor was overjoyed and lifted his face to ask for my opinion. I only have one requirement. Do they accept marrying into our family as a matrilocal husband? If they can, then we'll see. If they can't, then no deal. Nonsense. These princes are all meant to inherit thrones in the future. How could they possibly be a matrilocal husband? My daughter also has a throne to inherit at home. She cannot marry far away either. Is the purpose of political marriage to build good diplomatic relations between the two countries? Then, since the goal can be achieved, why is it that only my daughter has to marry over there? Why can't his son marry into our family? You are having wild fantasies. Mother, can I also inherit the throne? Are you interested? I am willing to try. And I should try. Why do you say you should? Becoming an emperor is a heavy responsibility. I think my siblings have mediocre aptitudes and cannot bear this heavy responsibility. As a royal daughter, I have enjoyed the dividends given by the people since childhood. I should naturally step up and seek their welfare. So confident. If someone like my imperial father can scrape by for so many years, if it were me, I will definitely create a prosperous era. Remember your words today. You just focus on fighting for it. Mother will pave the way for you. In the 23rd year of Kaiwan, the ministers proposed to establish a crown prince. I overruled all objections and held a throne succession competition. Both princes and princesses could participate. Third egg overcame all obstacles and easily took the undisputed first place. The emperor had neither the reason nor the ability to resist. He issued the edict to establish the crown princess on the spot and announced it to the world. When the news spread, the people rejoiced. That afternoon, I was lying under the wisteria trellis, rocking in my rocking chair, fanning myself with a light fan. The concubines were gathered around third egg, chatting and laughing. Xiaoying sat beside me, peeling wall nuts for me with cheerful laughter in my ears. I squinted my eyes, feeling slightly drowsy. Xiaoying was chatting casually beside me. I occasionally still think about the day you fell from the beam. Ever since that day, so many things have changed. You always have a way and so many novel eye. The women in the palace are no longer lifeless. And life suddenly has something to look forward to. If the original Empress could see this, she would also feel gratified. Ing cut a watermelon for me in a bit.